Hi, I'm Kiara. Today I'm going to tell you my story. But before I continue, please share, and subscribe to hear more stories like this. So, I come from what looks like a picture-perfect family on the outside. My sister Vanessa is the golden child. Beautiful, successful real estate agent with the perfect husband. My brother Derek works for my dad's construction company, and my mom Elaine runs their social calendar like it's a full-time job. Then there's me, the forgotten daughter who chose art and event planning instead of real careers, as my dad calls them. It all started last year when my cousin Zoe announced her engagement. She asked me to help plan her wedding since that's literally my profession, but my family acted like I was the family joke. Zoe called me one evening, super excited. "Kiara, I'm engaged. Can you believe it?" I was genuinely happy for her. "That's amazing! Congratulations!" "Thanks." And I was hoping, "Would you help me plan the wedding? You're so good at this stuff, and I trust you completely." I was touched. Of course, I'd be honored. The next day at my parents' house for Sunday dinner, I shared the news. "Zoe asked me to help plan her wedding," I said, passing the mashed potatoes to my dad. Mom barely looked up. "That's nice, dear." Vanessa snorted. "You? Planning Zoe's wedding? That's going to be a disaster." "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, feeling my cheeks flush. "Well, it's just that this is a big deal. Zoe deserves a professional," Vanessa said, examining her manicure. Derek laughed. "Remember Kiara's high school graduation party? Total chaos. I was 17 then. I've been running my own event planning business for 5 years now." Dad shook his head. "A real business makes real money, kiddo. How much are you charging Zoe?" "Nothing, Dad. She's family." "See? Not a real business." He turned to Mom. "Elaine, you should call Patricia. She did Vanessa's wedding. She's a real professional." That hurt. I am a real professional. "Sure you are, sweetie," Mom said in that condescending tone. "But this is Zoe's special day. We can't let her down." I pushed my plate away, appetite gone. I have clients who pay thousands for my services. I've planned events for the mayor's office. "The assistant mayor," Vanessa corrected. "And it was just a retirement party." "Still more impressive than selling overpriced houses," I muttered. "What was that?" Vanessa snapped. Mom intervened. "Girls, please. Kiara, we just want what's best for Zoe." "And clearly that's not me, right?" "Don't be dramatic," Dad said. "We're just saying maybe you should stick to your little art projects and leave the important stuff to professionals." I stood up. My little art projects and event planning paid my rent last month. And the month before. And "Because you live in that tiny apartment," Vanessa interrupted. "If you had a real house like mine, you'd be struggling." I grabbed my purse. "I'm leaving. Thanks for another supportive family dinner." "Kiara, don't be like that," Mom called after me. But I was already out the door. The next few weeks were a nightmare. Mom kept sending Zoe links to real wedding planners. Dad told everyone at his golf club that his daughter was playing pretend business. Derek and Vanessa made jokes about Kiara's little hobby whenever they could. Then came the venue hunting day. Zoe wanted me to come along, but somehow my entire family invited themselves. We were checking out this gorgeous converted warehouse called Harrington Place. As we walked in, Vanessa immediately took charge. "We need to speak with the manager. We're here about the Mitchell Brooks wedding." A man in a simple button-down shirt approached us. He wasn't dressed fancy, just casual business attire. "I can help you with that." Mom looked him up and down. "Are you the janitor? We need the actual manager." The man smiled politely. "I'm happy to assist until management is available." Dad huffed. "Well, we're not wasting our time with staff. Get your boss." I was mortified. "I'm so sorry about my family." "It's fine," he said with a kind smile. "I'm used to it." Vanessa pulled Zoe around. "Look at these cheap fixtures. This place is nowhere near our standard. The Carmichael Hotel is much more appropriate." "But I like the industrial vibe here," Zoe protested. "Honey, trust me. I know what works for a proper wedding," Mom said, dismissing Zoe's preference. While my family continued critiquing everything, I stayed back with the man. "Again, I apologize for them. They're a lot." "No worries. I'm Jay, by the way." "Kiara. I'm actually the wedding planner, though you'd never know it." His eyebrows rose. "You're a planner. What's your company? Stellar Events. It's small but growing. Wait, you did the Riverside Art Gala last month? That was amazing work. I couldn't believe it. You were there? I was. The layout was ingenious, how you transformed that awkward space. For the first time in weeks, I felt validated. Thank you, that means a lot. Meanwhile, my family was getting louder. Derek was pointing at a light fixture. This place is falling apart. Look at that wiring. Jay winced. That's actually a custom installation. Cost about $20,000. Whatever, Derek scoffed. I'm in construction. I know shoddy work when I see it. Dad joined in. My son's right. This place needs major renovations. Vanessa was on her phone, not even looking around anymore. I'm texting Patricia. She wouldn't even consider this place. Jay looked at me with sympathy. Are they always like this? Every day of my life. Kiara, Mom called. Stop chatting with the help and come look at these hideous drapes. I closed my eyes, humiliated. I should go before they get worse. Actually, Jay said quietly, would you be free for coffee after this? I have a proposition for you. Something in his tone made me curious. Sure, there's a cafe next door. After my family thoroughly insulted every inch of Harrington Place and Zoe looked increasingly disappointed, we were heading out when a woman in a sharp suit approached. Mr. Harrington, your next appointment is here. My family froze. Jay smiled. Thank you, Rachel. I'll be right there. Vanessa's mouth fell open. You're Mr. Harrington, the owner? James Harrington, yes. Owner and CEO of Harrington Hospitality Group. We own this venue and 6 others across the state. The color drained from Mom's face. We didn't realize. Dad attempted damage control. Well, now that we're speaking to the decision maker, perhaps we can discuss rates. Jay's smile remained professional but cold. I think we both know this venue isn't the right fit for your family. Best of luck with your search. He turned to me. Miss Kiara, I'll see you for our meeting shortly. As Jay walked away, my family stared at me in confusion. What meeting? Vanessa demanded. I shrugged. Professional stuff. You wouldn't understand since I don't have a real job, right? At the cafe, Jay was surprisingly warm despite my family's behavior. Your family really doesn't see your value, do they? He asked. I stirred my coffee. They never have. I'm the family disappointment. Well, their loss is my potential gain. I've been following your work. The Riverside Gala, the Children's Hospital fundraiser, that tech startup launch, all brilliantly executed. I nearly choked on my coffee. You know about those? I make it my business to know the best event planners in the area, which brings me to my proposition. Harrington Hospitality Group is launching a new rooftop venue next month. We need someone to coordinate our grand opening event and potentially come on as our exclusive in-house planner. Are you serious? Completely. After seeing your portfolio online and witnessing how you handled yourself today despite your family, I'm convinced you're exactly who we need. It was like a dream. Not only was this an incredible opportunity, but it was also a chance to prove myself to my family. Over the next few weeks, Jay and I worked closely on the rooftop venue. One day, as we were finalizing details, I confided in him. I wish I could show my family they're wrong about me. Jay considered this. The grand opening will have press coverage, industry people. Why not invite them? So they can sabotage it? No, so they can see you in your element. Managing a high-profile event, respected by clients. Sometimes the best revenge is success. I liked that idea, but then something else occurred to me. Actually, I have a better idea. Zoe still hasn't booked a venue. My family's been dragging her to places she hates. And? What if we create a fake competition? Local event planners competing to win a free wedding package at your new venue? My family wouldn't know I was already working with you. Jay grinned. Devious. I like it. We could actually make it real. Good publicity. But I'd have an edge. You'd win because you're the best, Kiara. The plan was set. Jay announced a competition. I told Zoe about it, and she was thrilled at the possibility of getting her dream venue for free. My family, of course, had opinions. You're entering? Vanessa laughed when I mentioned it at dinner. Against real professionals? Yep. The finalists present their concepts next Saturday. You should all come. We'll be there, Dad said. Might be educational for you to see how the pros work. Wouldn't miss it, Derek added with a smirk. The day of the presentation arrived. 3 finalists, including me, would present wedding concepts to a panel of judges headed by Jay. My family sat in the audience, whispering and snickering. The first planner presented a generic wedding concept. The second was actually quite good. Then it was my turn. I walked confidently to the front, avoiding looking at my family. I presented my concept for Zoe's wedding. Industrial chic with personal touches reflecting her and her fiancé's journey. I included custom elements, budget breakdowns, and contingency plans. When I finished, there was actual applause. I finally glanced at my family. They looked shocked. The judges deliberated briefly, though I knew the outcome was predetermined. Jay stood to announce the winner. The winner of the Harrington Rooftop Wedding Package is Kiara Bennett of Stellar Events. More applause. I accepted the award, smiling graciously. Jay continued. I'd also like to make another announcement. Harrington Hospitality Group is pleased to welcome Kiara as our new Director of Special Events, overseeing planning for all 7 of our venues. Gasps from the audience, the biggest from my family section. This part hadn't been planned. Jay had surprised me too. After the ceremony, my family approached. Mom tried to hug me. Sweetheart, why didn't you tell us? Director of Special Events. I stepped back. Would you have believed me? Dad attempted a proud smile. Always knew you had it in you. No, you didn't, I replied calmly. You called my business a hobby last month. We were just pushing you to excel, Vanessa said. Jay appeared beside me. Kiara, the reporter from Event Monthly, wants a statement. Excuse me, I told my family. I have actual business to attend to. Over the next few months, my career soared. The rooftop venue opening was featured in major publications with my name prominently mentioned. I planned Zoe's dream wedding, which was later featured in a bridal magazine. My family tried repeatedly to reconcile, suddenly proud of their successful daughter. Mom called constantly. We're having dinner Sunday. You simply must come and tell everyone about your new job. I'm busy, Mom. But we're family. Funny, I was family before, too. When you were all mocking me. Dad tried next. Kiara, this has gone on long enough. We're sorry if we didn't support you properly. If? There's no if, Dad. Fine, we're sorry we didn't support you. Now can we move past this? No. The turning point came at an industry gala 6 months later. Harrington Venues won 3 awards, and I was named Rising Star Planner of the Year. My family showed up uninvited. We're so proud, Mom gushed, clearly wanting to be seen with me now that I was successful. Are you proud of me or proud to tell your friends about me? I asked. That's unfair, Dad protested. We've always loved you. Love without respect isn't love, Dad. As we talked, Patricia, the real wedding planner they'd preferred, approached. Kiara, congratulations. Your work is extraordinary. Thank you, Patricia. I'm actually hoping you might consider taking on my clients for the next few months. My company is struggling since Harrington Venues stopped accepting my bookings. My family looked confused. Vanessa spoke up. What do you mean? Patricia seemed surprised. Oh, after how rudely you all treated Jay at the warehouse venue, Harrington blacklisted me once they found out I was your preferred planner. It's cost me nearly half my business. But that's not fair, Mom exclaimed. That was months ago. I shrugged. Actions have consequences. As Patricia walked away, the full impact hit my family. Their snobbery had not only damaged their relationship with me, but had professionally hurt someone they respected. You did this? Derek asked. I didn't do anything. Jay made his own decisions after how you treated him and his staff. But you could fix it, Vanessa insisted. Put in a good word. Why would I do that? Because we're family, Mom pleaded. I looked at each of them. Family supports each other. Family believes in each other. You only started believing in me after someone else validated my worth. I walked away, joining Jay and my new colleagues. Later that night, Jay confessed. I hope you don't mind about Patricia. It wasn't just about your family. Her work has been slipping for years. I smiled. I don't mind at all. A year later, my life is unrecognizable. Stellar Events has merged with Harrington Hospitality, making me a partner in the business. My family's construction company lost their contract with Harrington Properties, which was apparently 20% of their business. Vanessa's real estate agency lost their preferred referral status with all Harrington venues. It wasn't revenge exactly, just natural consequences. They still try to reconcile, sending gifts and apologies. Last week, Mom left a tearful voicemail. "We miss you so much, honey. Please come home for Christmas. We've learned our lesson." But some lessons come too late. I found my real family, friends and colleagues who believed in me before I was successful, who value my work and my vision. At Zoe's wedding, she pulled me aside. "Your parents are devastated, you know." "I know. They made a mistake." "They made a lifetime of mistakes, Zoe. They're only sorry because there are consequences now." She nodded slowly. "I get it. I just miss having you at family things. You can see me anytime. My door is always open to you." And that's where things stand now. I run into my family occasionally at events, and we're polite but distant. They made their choices, and I made mine. Sometimes the family you're born into isn't the family you belong with. The stranger who turned out to be the venue owner changed my life. Not because he gave me an opportunity, but because he showed me what respect actually looks like. Sometimes you have to lose a toxic family to find your real place in the world. So here's my question for you. Have you ever had to walk away from people who didn't value you? And how did you handle the guilt they tried to place on you for standing up for yourself?